If you remember a few weeks or probably a few months back, I spoke about the subject called Who is Jesus to you? In fact, who is Jesus in our life? That is, I have taken from Matthew Gospel 16:13 to 16 verses. So I wanted to continue where I left last time. So don't worry if you have missed last time, because it is a new topic which I am going to discuss today. But I wanted to set the context where Jesus was talking to his disciples on the same note on the Caesarea Philippi. So turn to Matthew Gospel chapter 16 verses. Okay. So before going to that, here in chapter 16, Jesus is giving the instructions or what it is going to happen to him, and he is explaining to his disciples, and he has taken them to the place called Caesarea Philippi. It is very tallest place, if you remember, and there at the lonely place he is discussing all these things, and he is asking his disciples and saying that, who do people think about me? And disciples' response is, some says Elijah, and some says John the Baptist, and some says even you are Jeremiah, and even go on to say, and some say you are one of the prophets. Then Jesus replied and asked them again the same question, who do you think I am? There are two questions. Who do people think about me? And the second question is, who do you think about me? Or whom do you say that I am? Then the response from the Peter is, you are the Son of God. From there we have learned what is Jesus in our life and what is identity in our life. So with that context, Jesus again talking to the disciples on the same context. So today the title of the message is Following the Jesus. So he is giving a set of instruction to his disciple to follow him, what it is going to happen. And the cost of discipleship, it is the title that I have kept. 21 to 28, you can follow the PPT. From that time on, Jesus began to explain to his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things at the hands of the elders, the chief priests, and the teachers of the law, and he must be killed, and on the third day be raised to life. Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. Never, Lord, he said, this shall never happen to you. Jesus turned and said to Peter, get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me. You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns. Then Jesus said to his disciple, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it. What good will it be for someone to gain the whole world yet forfeits their soul? Or what can anyone give in exchange for their soul? For the Son of Man is going to come in his Father's glory with his angels, and then he will reward each person according to what they have done. Truly I tell you, some who are standing here will not taste the death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Amen. Lord, please use me like a vessel, Lord. You speak to each one, Lord, and sensitive their hearts to receive your word, Lord. In the name of Jesus Christ, of this prayer. Amen. You may be wondering who is this guy. First, I'll introduce myself. People who don't know me, I am Sekhar. I'm working for a software company called Ericsson, and my wife named Saujanya. We are blessed with a baby girl, Elena. So we have moved from Hyderabad to Bangalore one year back, and that time onwards I'm part of another Whitefield church. And I have come from a ministry background where my father and mother is doing the ministry full-time job from the over 20-25 years. Okay, so if you look at the whole chapter 16, Jesus is giving the whole set of instructions or whole set of intensified discussion is ongoing on the lonely place with the disciples. First, he asked, what are people thinking about me? And then he is coming to a personal discussion. What about you? Forget about all the people around you, but what about you? Then Peter replied and saying that you are son of God. Then he is again discussing on another set of things to his disciple. But I want you to draw attention on the verse 24. Then Jesus said to his disciples, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. I wanted to focus on the 24th verse for the today's meditation. See, if you look at disciple, the meaning itself is a learner or somebody who follows. Even today, if you meet any Jew, and Jew is a regular follower of somebody. The Jew is memorizing all the Torah. If you are a Jew and you have to memorize each and everything what is there in the Bible. So that is the Jewish custom what they follow. And they follow dedicatedly, religiously what their masters say. Which means the disciple meaning itself is a continuous learner or the follower of master. And when you call the disciple, we have a wrong understanding or wrong perception saying that, okay, maybe I am a Christian, might not be a disciple. Maybe we have to do some theology study to be qualified as a disciple. Or because I have done such kind of understanding, because I have come from EU background where the EU studies, it says, in the college studies, you have to graduate this, then you have discipleship training, then you have master course, then you have this, blah blah blah, it goes on to say. So then I have an understanding, okay, I have to reach the discipleship, then I have to finish all this discipline. So we all have a wrong understanding about the disciple. But the gospel it says, in the Jesus itself it says, the disciple is someone who follows the master. Whenever whoever accepts Jesus as a personal savior, that moment onwards, you are called to be a disciple. You don't need to be a study, or somebody says, okay, I am a disciple because I am preaching from the pulpit, because I am playing piano, or I am leading a worship, I am a disciple, and the entire church is not disciple. No. Whoever accepts Jesus as a personal savior, he or she is called to be a disciple. And he is talking to all the disciples and asking, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny himself. That is the hard, we can say, the words. When you understand these things, I wanted to look back and see how we got saved. How we got the salvation. Because it is not easy if somebody, okay, today I am coming and saying, okay, you have to participate in the ministry and you have to do evangelism and you have to come to care cell or pastor cell. Then the immediate question will come, why? Isn't it? It's a straight question. Right? Why I have to do? Because each and everything involves our sinful nature. Because we are living, whether it is you accept or not, we are living in a sinful world. And you are living in a sinful world, and even you try too hard to be a holy, then that sinful nature will not let you not allow to be holy. Isn't it true? See, each and every day, we are struggling with the two natures in our body. In fact, two natures is fighting inside our body. Okay, one side I wanted to be holy, and another side somebody is dragging inside me. That is, everything is happening inside me. To understand clearly how we got saved. We all got saved by grace. through faith. That is, Ephesians it says, see, we all saved because of Jesus Christ. When we accepted Him as a personal Savior, then His righteousness is upon us. By faith, we are justified. Even God looked at us through Jesus Christ if we are holy. It doesn't mean that, okay, now I am holy, I am accepted Jesus Christ as a personal Savior. It doesn't mean that we don't need to strive to be a holy. If you understanding God's grace or the gospel correctly, if you call to be a children of God, no children of God will not stay away from wanting to please God. How we please God? Be holy, simple. How we please God each and every day? Because to walk according to His will and be holy in each and every walk. See, what in our understanding is, we have a wrong conception or wrong perspective of grace that leads to extremes of following our own desires and behind our master. Because we got saved and we do whatever we want and we can continue do our things. That is what we are understanding. Because it is free. Because grace is free, we always think that we can follow our desires. Once the second coming or rapture comes, we will do what the heavenly things are. No. That is not the correct way. What Bible teaches is, even though we are saved by grace, true, but the God has offered this grace for free. In fact, but it cost Him His only Son. It cost Him the only Son. John 3:16 it says, not only one of the Son. What John 3:16 says? John 3:16 says, God so loved the world that He has given only Son, His only Son, not one of the Son. He has only Son, He has given. It cost Him. Still, He is okay to give to the mankind to save us. See, if our Master, if Jesus Christ had to go through all these sufferings and denials and the pain to glorify the God, and what do we expect in our lives if we have to follow Him? See, nowhere in the Gospel it says Christianity is a cakewalk. Have you ever seen a verse? No. In the John's Gospel, it clearly says, if you are accepting Jesus as a personal Savior, then you have to be prepared to suffer. So even if you look at all the disciples, all the apostles, no one had a natural death. You know why? Because all are martyred because of the gospel. Because they have a right understanding of what is grace. Because I am using interchangeably grace and gospel because both are same. Because they have a right understanding of gospel. That is why they are eager to serve God and they are struggled to be holy and to testify to the others. If you look at the church history, because I am going through the church history from the past 6 months, if you go back and read the church history, whenever there is a high persecution happen, Christianity has grown up like anything. Whenever the persecution is not there, and the wrong teachings and the false teachings has indulged in the church, that corrupted. That the same as quoted in the Corinthian church. That is why Paul has quoted to the false teachers, you have corrupted my church. If the persecution is happening, then the Christianity, in the church history, it says the Christianity has increased drastically. Amen. If the persecution is not there, and no Christian will do, and whoever teaches are say comfortable. That is happened in the church history. This is not my imagination. If you go back and read the church history, it is there. And now today, I am telling you, you may be thinking that, okay, what will happen next year? What will happen next few years? Next few years, nothing will happen. If persecution increases, God will raise few leaders from our church and go to other cities and plant a church there. Amen. If you believe, nowhere the leaders will come from nowhere. The leaders always come from the church itself. Leaders always come from the church itself. And that leadership has to lead, to deny themselves and follow him. That needs a right understanding of gospel, right understanding of God's grace, right understanding of what God has done in my life. If that right understanding is not there, then it is very difficult. See, in the Hitler's time, the Lutheran pastor or the German theologian is very famous German theologian and he wrote many books. And Dietrich Bonhoeffer, this is the book. And Dietrich Bonhoeffer has written a book called The Cost of Discipleship. It's a classic book. If you find it, you can go through that. So in that, he mentioned, after Hitler's time, he mentioned how church again fall into trap, a kind of grace called cheap grace. Because during the Hitler's time, if you remember, many evangelists, many leaders were martyred, but still the Christianity has grown up like anything. After Hitler's time, the wrong false teachings have come into picture. You see what is the cheap grace means. I have taken directly from that book. The cheap grace means the preaching of forgiveness without required repentance, baptism without church discipline, communion without confession, grace without discipleship, grace without cross, grace without Jesus Christ himself. See, we have a similar kind of gospel is preaching in these days as well. In fact, to put it very clearly, the gospel they are preaching is, of course, you have sinned, but now everything is forgiven because you have accepted Jesus Christ as the personal Savior. So you can stay as you are and enjoy the consolation of forgiveness. See, what a tragedy of the sad thing that even today, many of the preachers, many of the churches, many of the church communities have the same understanding of the gospel. But my Bible, or the Bible, it's not teaches the same gospel. Because they are twisting the gospel for their own benefits. For their own selfish nature, they are twisting the gospel. See, God has justified sinner, not the sin. Both are different. God has not justified, God has not tolerated the sin. But God has tolerated, God has justified the sinners. God's grace is free, but not cheap. The both are different meaning. See, if something is coming for free, it doesn't mean that it is cheap. Don't think that, okay, all the cheap things, all the free things are the cheap. Because God has given the free gift, because God has loved the world. Because we have seen in the communion message also, sister reminded about the God's love. And he clearly says he loved the one another or the neighbor. It is very, very difficult because we always think about ourselves. I. We always have a selfish nature in our body itself. It is very hard to deny ourselves and love somebody. I don't know about you, but myself, with my sinful nature, it is very difficult. Maybe I can love my wife, I can love my parents, but not everyone. See, that is our sinful nature. But what God is telling is, you have to deny yourself and put on your cross to follow. See, it is costly grace that what we accepted. We have seen the cheap grace, what the understanding of some of the Christians. What the costly grace is, the costly grace is the grace of Christian discipleship. That is the Christian discipleship of the costly grace. Because our grace is costly because it calls us to follow. It is costly because it costs us our very life. It is costly because it condemns sin. It is grace because although it costs our life, it is also the source of the only true and complete life. It is grace because although it condemns sin, it justifies sinners. It is a costly grace because we are called to follow. It is to follow our Master Jesus Christ. See, we have to question ourselves, whom are we following? See, we are all disciples. That is true. That is our understanding now. See, we have to question ourselves, whom are we following? Who is our Master? Whether it is the world or the Master Jesus himself. Now I am coming to the main topic or the portion, the 24th verse. Here it says, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross and follow me. See, if you have a right understanding of God's grace and the gospel, it drives to the next level to follow him. Because if you don't have a right understanding, you will not go further. That is, see, if you have a wrong understanding, then we will always sit comfortably and where we are, in the communities where we are, we come to church and go on time, come on time, go on time. It is a kind of religious thing. Of course, we are doing a current thing, but it is a kind of religious thing, which the Christ is not expecting from his disciple. What Christ is expecting from his disciple to be qualified as a disciple is, if anyone desires, if primarily we have to see in this verse, we have seen the four imperatives, four urgent things. In fact, one is a desire, and the second is a denial, and the third is a death. That's interchanging and using the cross and the death. And the fourth one is you must follow him. That is devotion. So if you look at if somebody, if he or she desires to come after me, if you look at the word, come after me, he is not asking to go, I'll come back again. No. We need to have a desire to come after him. We need to have a strong desire in our heart to follow Jesus Christ. That is the first step that you have to take. Because God has given a free will. He will not force anybody, okay, I am dragging this guy, I am dragging this. No. God has given you free will, but you need to have, once you have a right understanding of gospel, once you have a correct understanding what God has done in my life, then you need to pray and have a strong desire to follow him. That is the first step that what you have to take. And the next thing is what Jesus is telling you. Jesus has walked a path. He is already gone to a path and asking us to follow. Because he knows very clearly that how the path, where the path will go. There is no Google map that time, so Jesus is asking, you don't need a Google map. I will guide you. He is asking to follow where I am going. He never ever asked us to do which he has not done on the earth. He has never ever asked. Do you see any verse where it says that you do this, but I will not do? Have you ever seen in Jesus teachings like that? No. In all the Gospels, whatever he has done on the earth, he lived up to a God's glory, and he lived like a sinful man, a sinless man, and he is asking us to follow the same. And he is our role model that we have to follow. And the next thing is denial himself. And if he or she must deny himself or herself. This is very difficult part in our life. Because we do many things. Because when it comes to I, when it comes to selfish, when it comes to me, you will not allow your wife to touch it. Few things. Because that is, you call it as a personal. See, I am looking for a car. So now, since the recession is ongoing, everyone has come up with the offer. So I went to Maruti Suzuki showroom here at Mahavipura. So they offered 1 lakh straight away discount and they gave me key. And asking, okay, sir, you transfer the money, I am giving 1 lakh money, now the key is yours. So you can drive it. That is your car now. You can come, pay after 1 month also, that is fine. But I need a check. That I told me that I tried to convince them that I don't have money. Do you understand? I have a kid also, and I don't have money. But I have just come to inquire. And he told me, no problem, sir. We will accept check. When you deposit money, just let us know. Then we will go back to bank and withdraw. Till that point of time, you can use it. It is for sale. So it is a similar way that when you accepted Jesus as a personal Savior, then you are giving key to Jesus Christ, and no more you are of your own, because you himself has accepted He is my personal Savior, He is my role model, He is a driver of my car. Then if you are cheating and using in the night time, then that is a cheating of the master, because you have already sold yourself. Because you have already sold your car. Suppose Pastor Luke has sold car, and night time, without my permission, if he is having another key and using that same car in the night, that is cheating. So every day we himself cheating Christ without knowing and with knowing also sometimes. So that is when you accepted Jesus Christ as a personal Savior, it means clearly you have denied yourself and submitted wholly surrenderance to God Himself. See, surrenderance will not come, okay, I surrender my hand today, I will surrender my leg tomorrow. No. See, surrenderance will come whole body itself. The whole sense it will come. Okay, God, I am following you for Sunday only. No. God will not accept only Sunday followers. God, I will follow till 9 o'clock. Now it is my private time. I have to watch some videos. No. See, we have our personal areas where we will not allow God Himself to come into our life. Then how we will love one another? How we will love others? How we will show our grace to others? How we will show compassionate God to others? How we will show? See, it is very hard to deny ourselves. Forget about others. When it comes to me, it is a challenge. So you need to understand one thing, that basic thing is I am a sinner. I am a weak person. And Charles Spurgeon quoted like this: if anyone thinks sick of you, do not be angry with him, for you are worse than he thinks of you. See, never ever think that, okay, somebody, no, you are even more worse than him. So denying is basically leaving all our selfish nature, all our self-centered desires, and follow Him at the cost of our life. So when it comes to our life now, we are very much secure. I am not saying that, okay, we don't have to be secure. But what I am trying to say is, when you accepted, when you given your peace to God, then it is a God who is driving you. It is, you have to submit each and everything in all perspective. It's not one or two. Okay, I deny in few things, I'll not deny in few things. I will carry my cross in few areas, I will not carry my cross in few of the areas. Because in my workplace, all the corporate culture, I have to go to court. I will not carry the cross there, because it is a shame to cross. Because all these things I am telling, it is my personal own experience. Because we always think that, okay, in some of the areas, funny thing, no, because I have come from a pastor background, where, okay, all the pastors think that, okay, all the congregation think that, okay, pastor child now very holy day. No. So all the secured life, no, what I have lived up to graduation. So I don't have a correct understanding because of my father, because of my mother, because I was fit to first bench, Sunday school good boy, and then youth leader, and then message preaching, and then leading the worship. Everything is fine. After graduation, no, then I water. Understand, no? So, then I stole my car from God. Then I drew myself. Then obviously if you drew, no, I end up in an accident itself. That is what happened in my life. See, we will not allow God in few of the areas, but we will obey or accept in few areas to deny. Because God is saying, in our workplace, how do you work? How do you work? In our daily life, what are our values? Are we paying the correct taxes? Are we paying the traffic signals? Are we paying the traffic, the new taxes, what they have imposed? Are we following the government laws? The copyrights of books, copyrights of movies, and in fact the bad relationships. See, all those things we have taken it granted because we are living in a sinful world. Everybody is doing, so I am doing. That is the wrong understanding. Because everybody has not given their car for sale, but you have given. So, if you are not following, if you are not able to deny in those areas, then it is very hard to follow Jesus. We have to deny ourselves in each and every area. When it comes to ministry, our involvement, how our involvement is in the church ministry, church activities, fellowships, KSL. When it comes to evangelism, how much active we are. We have done our evangelism from the church last week. It went very well. But in between, I had to stop Srikanth and Ajay near the temple. Because they are aggressively growing and giving their tracts and explaining, I got saved, and explaining about the tract, what they have given. And all that is fine. I am walking on the other road, and they are walking on the straight to the temple. And they didn't realize that temple is there, but I am able to see them, and I had to call and stop them. Because somewhere in my mind, I have that fear of, if you go, we have that fear. Then later I realized, okay, if you are doing good or if you are doing evangelism, then God will take care. Then I realized, then we prayed, then I asked them to bypass the temple, then distribute the tracts. See, why I am saying is, all the times when you deny yourself, it is not easy. It is not as easy that, okay, I am telling you today that, okay, I will follow from tomorrow onwards, I will deny myself completely. See, denial is something, okay, I am fasting today for 10 days for God. That is not denial. Maybe you are doing for the six-pack. Maybe you are doing for dieting. See, that is not a denial. Okay, I will wear only white clothes. That is not denial. I will come. See, the denial is to deny yourself. And the luxuries what is having, the priorities what you are having. In fact, in gospel it says, I will come first from your mother and father. Because in the each and every priority, whom we are giving the first priority, that will come first. Whether you are giving priority to yourself or you are giving priority to your master, that we have to question ourselves. See, it is not easy, like I said. Christianity is always a battle between our two natures. We are in a battlefield whether you are agree or not. We are living in a sinful world. At the same time, we have to be follower of Jesus Christ. If somebody is not accepted, it doesn't matter to him. But when you accepted Jesus as a personal Savior, then you have to impact the people. You have to impact the community. You have to impact your workplace. You have to impact wherever you are going. Because in order to impact, this struggle will be there. See, suppose for example, you don't have any struggle within your heart. That means you have to check whether you have the right understanding of faith or not. Because in the gospel it says, in the Romans it says, no one is perfect in this world. No one is perfect in this world. We are living in this world and we are struggling each and every day. And God is helping us to be like Him. We are struggling, and if you don't have that struggle, even Martin Luther says, we are both sinners and saints. Yeah, we are both sinners and saints at the same time. In us, sometimes we are sinners and sometimes we are not. But here he is saying we are both sinners and saints at the same point of time. That is a real Christian battle. So, see, like the similar kind of experience what Paul had in Romans 7, it says, Paul had the similar struggle. He says he had two laws in him. One is to serve flesh, one is to serve the master. See, even the Paul had the similar struggle what he is going through in his ministry. If you don't have such struggle, you probably need to check. Next. Yeah. The next comes to the death part. See, here he is asking, Jesus is asking us to carry your own cross. See, nowadays people are using the cross as a fancy symbol. People will wear it here and the locket, all those things. But when it comes to reality, the cross is the death. It's a symbolizing, it's a shame, it's a suffering. It's even more, it's even more shame in front of the public. The cross represents the most painful death, hanging on 3 nails for 6 to 30 hours, bleeding to death, naked in public for everyone to see. That is the Roman culture. In the Roman customs, they will hang up and they will ask us, they will cross the people. And in fact, if you see, they will humiliate the people and dare anyone to take up the cross if they wanted to rebel against them. That is how many of the disciples, many of the apostles are martyred. When Jesus commanded us to take up your cross, which means He is giving up the ultimate challenge to take up the cross and leaving everything and dying yourself and giving life to God and follow Him. That is very hard to follow. But here Jesus said in Matthew 10:38 says, and he who does not take his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. Each and every day we have to take up our cross and follow Him. That is a right understanding of the gospel what Master said. And the last one is the devotion, is the follow Jesus. See, the follow meaning is a verb here it is mentioned as a verb in the present tense. It means daily following. See, what are the imperatives God has used, Jesus has used in this sentence? All are applicable daily. You have to take up your cross daily. You have to deny yourself daily. You have to follow the Master daily. You have to do in each and every aspect in your life. That is the understanding. It means a lifestyle of saying no to yourself. It means taking up the cross daily. To follow Jesus is to make daily decision of devoting yourself to Christ. In fact, if you look at Jesus has obeyed Himself, Father, for His glory. See, isn't it difficult or is it impossible for us to deny and follow the Jesus Christ? Next. See, here it says, Romans 13:14 it says, let every part of you belong to the Lord Jesus Christ. Do not allow your weak thoughts to lead you into sinful actions. And Romans 6:11 it says, you must do same thing. Think of yourself as a dead to power of sin. But now you have new life because of Jesus Christ, our Lord. You are living this new life of God. So we need to check, we need to question ourselves whether we are following the master what Bible says, or we are following the worldly customs, or we are following the worldly master. In the Paul it says, you are confronted by the worldly thing. You are still following the worldly customs, even though you are living in the worldly, but you are not called to follow the world. You are called to be someone else. You are called to lead a new life. You are called to lead. You are called to follow Jesus Christ. You are called to follow the Master. If Jesus Himself has obeyed to His Father and died for us, is it difficult for us to deny ourselves and follow the Jesus? That is our question. That is the question we have to ask in each and every day. See, after this, what God has offered is the next verse. God has offered a new life. God has offered everlasting love. God has offered everlasting life and relationship with the God Himself. So that is the life which we have to strive for. That is the life which we wanted to live for. This is not the life. We always have to look up to that life, and we have always see in that perspective, heavenly perspective, and lead our life in a holy, successful way. I strongly agree. It is very difficult, but with the help of Jesus, it is not impossible. In the church history, if you look at the church history, we know many evangelists, many leaders have denied themselves and sacrificed their life and followed Jesus and martyred and murdered them. They have sacrificed their life. They don't have any personal life. And we have seen many evangelists like that. William King, John Wesley, Admiral Judson, so on and so forth. Recently, John Chu visited Ireland to give the gospel to the tribes. They killed him. He is just 23 years old. Because in his writing, he told, I have a clear understanding of God. And nobody has any clue why alone he went to that place by knowing that. And he mentioned in the note, and I forgot to display in the PPT, but he mentioned one quote saying that I have a right understanding of gospel. I know what I am doing. I know what I have to achieve. We need to have a clear understanding of gospel, and we need to question ourselves. Am I really following Jesus? Am I sharing the gospel to others? Am I displaying the Christ-likeness in my workplace, in my lifestyle? And wherever I am staying in the community, am I able to impact the people? That is the question we have to ask. We have to deny ourselves and take up the cross and follow Him each and every day, because we have given our life to Jesus Christ. Let's bow down and pray. Lord,